Hi everyone. So I am doing some daytime filming, which is a risk, obviously. So I apologize for any unwanted noises. I also at this time do not know if you are going to be hearing my usual crappy internal mic from my camera or my new Zoom recorder mic. It's gonna be a surprise. The daytime isn't the best moment to be testing out this new, more sensitive mic. I turned it quite a bit down. It's the first time I'm testing it, so that's why I don't know yet what you're going to be hearing right now. In any case, I'm going to keep using both. I'm going to be alternating, keeping it nice and lo-fi for those who like that, occasionally using a nicer mic for those who have been waiting for that. Today's video, I am going to be talking about Buffy. This was requested, and I absolutely love it when things are requested that I like to do or like to talk about. I already have a video about Buffy, a very, very old video. It must be one of my first videos, I think, one of the first 10 or first 20, so very long time ago. So I was asked to do another one, a new one, and I really want to do that. So I'm going to be talking about Buffy while tapping and maybe scratching. The DVDs. So 6 out of the 7 seasons I have a DVD box like this. So this is season 2 I'm holding right now, and I have 6 of these. And then I have one season, the season that I bought first, that is in a different kind of box, but you'll see that later. So, Buffy. I got into Buffy when I was very young. I was probably too young to be watching the show in the beginning. It was just on TV back in the day when you still had VHS. So when I wanted to tape it, I would have to manually set the date and the hours and make sure there was space on the videotape and all that loveliness. But usually I would just watch it on TV. And I loved the show from the start. I thought it was so funny, so smart, so, well, the love was very intense, the love I felt for this show. The love that was there from the very beginning. And I loved Buffy, the character. I loved Buffy. I've always just really loved Buffy. And I've loved other characters as well. The other characters that I have loved the most are Tara, Faith, Anya. So I've really loved them as well, but just throughout the series, I just genuinely loved Buffy. And she was just a true hero for me. I loved her resilience. She had a very difficult life. She had some very severe challenges to deal with, obviously, but she kept bouncing back from everything, and she kept laughing. And I don't want to say that she was always positive, because she wasn't. And that's something that I definitely love about the character. It's not like she stayed the super bubbly, positive cheerleader. She definitely wasn't all that positive all the time, which is something that I loved about her. She could get really down and dark and twisty and hopeless, but she'd bounce back and she'd keep going because she had to, not because she wanted to necessarily, but because she had to. I think that's something I could relate to, like the burden of life. Life was usually a burden for Buffy, and it felt like a burden for me too. I had a very tough time in my teenage years. The scratching isn't really working out. There's not much to scratch. It's just plastic. So there's not going to be much scratching. So, as I was saying, I had a tough time in my teenage years. I didn't know why at the time. I had such a hard time because, it's not like I had a tough life. I had two parents still. They were married happily enough. We had a nice home. I lived in a nice neighborhood. I got good grades at school. I wasn't unpopular. It's not like I was picked on or anything. So like at first glance there really wasn't any reason for me to have such a tough time. And in my previous video, I mentioned that when I was 17, my parents kind of didn't know anymore, and they sent me to be observed in the hospital and get tested, basically get diagnosed, see what was wrong with me. And something did come out of that, and it did pretty much explain everything, and explain why I had such a tough time, why I was so unhappy, why I never really fit in. And so I definitely related to Buffy because she had such a tough burden to bear, and she also never really fit in. She had friends, and I think you can really see that in season 6 and 7, where she is kind of more distant from her friends and everyone around her. She has friends, but they aren't the same. They don't have the same problems. They don't have the same burden. So I just related to her. That's what I'm saying. But a reason that my love grew so strong is that it opened up not only like this TV show and a love for this TV show, but it gave me fandom. Through Buffy, I discovered the internet. It was also all very new at the time. Definitely not what it is now. But through Buffy, I would meet people. I would be on like message boards and chat rooms related to Buffy. And I would read fanfiction. And I was absolutely addicted to fanfiction. I read so much fanfiction. I do not know how I was able to function. I would print out chapters and take them to school, and I would read fanfiction all day in class. That's what I did. And the teachers knew I was doing something else. They didn't necessarily know what the contents were. I think they would have had a problem if they knew the contents. But I was at a school that if you got good grades, they didn't really bother you. So as long as your grades didn't slip and you weren't disruptive to class, nobody really cared what you did. And it's been that way always. My sister, she used to just paint her nails in class and do whatever. And I chose to read fanfiction, and lots of it, and waste a whole lot of paper by printing it out to read it. So I would get up, read fan fiction, go to school, read fan fiction, come home, eat, get behind the computer, read fan fiction till really late, and then I would go to sleep after writing in my journal about fan fiction. My journals from the Buffy era are so Buffy centered. I would talk about the episodes, the story, the fan fiction I was reading, the writers that I was following, because I was really fangirling about some of the writers as well, the fan fiction writers. And it was a real, true, honest-to-God obsession. And I'm so thankful that it was. I genuinely think that I just would not have made it through my teenage years if I didn't have Buffy. She was not just her, the whole show, but yeah, her. She was just someone to look up to and to keep going. And literally, if not for anything else, I would keep going to see how it ends, to see the next episode, to read the next chapter. It got me from day to day, it got me from week to week, and year to year, and that's really what I needed at the time. So Buffy was there at a time that I really, really needed it, and there is no other TV show that compares to the love I have for this TV show. Nothing compares. I have other TV shows that I love, but this is a part of me. And I can get very upset if someone tries to write this show off as a lame 90s teen show. It's not. It's genius. And if you don't know, if you don't understand the genius of Joss Whedon, then you're the problem. So the request asked for me to talk about what Buffy meant to me. So that's kind of what I was doing. What I just did was try to explain what Buffy meant to me. I'm gonna get into the seasons or some episodes maybe, and my Buffy tattoos now. So this is the different DVD box set that I have, because this is the first season I got. So obviously I was into Buffy when I was a teenager. I didn't have any money, so I didn't get the DVDs as they came out. I found this somewhere and it wasn't that expensive and I got it. And then I saved up to get the other ones. And so this is season 4. And I would say my favorite seasons are season 2, 4, and 6. And season 2 because that's when they really got into being Buffy. Season 1 was still just kind of finding their universe, finding their language, figuring it all out. And season 2, that's just where it really got going. And I'm watching season 2 right now again, and I don't know. I have a less specific reason for loving season 2 than with the other 2. So season 4 is kind of a controversial season because it has like the Initiative and Riley, and there's a lot of hatred for that, and I'm on the side of the hatred. Do not like Riley, do not like the Initiative and the whole storyline. So it's kind of weird to love season 4 in spite of that. But it's just a really fun season. There's a lot of fun in there, a lot of fun episodes. So when I go in to watch just one episode, I almost always end up with a season 4 episode. There's just some really fun standalone episodes in there, like Something Blue, like Pangs, Fear Itself, Beer Bad, Hush, A New Man, Doomed. Those are all really just fun, great to watch episodes. By the way, fun fact, I can name all 144 episodes of Buffy, and I can type them in under 6 minutes. So I feel like I could name them faster than that, because obviously speaking is even faster than typing, but I haven't tested how fast I can say them yet. It would be hard because I need someone to check that I get them all, so the person checking would have to know them as well as I do, because I don't say them all in order. The seasons that I know in order are season 1, season 4, season 6. Yeah, season 1, 4, and 6 I can say completely in order. And then season 2, 5, and 7 mainly in order, but not completely. And season 3 I'm just all over the place. So all 144 episodes, I know them by heart. So season 4 just makes me smile. It has a lot of fun episodes. It also has a lot of fun episodes I really wouldn't care to watch ever again. But it just has a couple of golden ones. I just realized I'm going to have 2 very tapping eccentric videos after another, but yeah, that's just how it worked out. So another reason I love season 4 is that it shows Spike becoming a regular cast member, and I was completely in love with Spike. I didn't name him as in the list of characters that I love, because I must admit, I was completely in love with the character. So the love that I have for Buffy, Tara, Faith, and Anya is very different and much more true and meaningful than just being completely obsessed with Spike. So seeing Spike become a regular cast member in season 4 is another reason that I really love it. So season 6 is kind of the same reason. There's a lot of just really good standalone episodes in there. Obviously, it has the genius that is Once More with Feeling. So you really cannot beat that genius. But it's not like I rewatch a lot of season 6 episodes because they are darker, and when I just want to watch one episode, I tend to go for the light, fun ones. But I'm currently rewatching everything, so I'm on season 2 now, and I will be rewatching everything. I'm making myself promise. I'm gonna rewatch everything. I have a tendency to skip season 5, and I'm not gonna skip season 5. I skip season 5 because I hate Glory. I don't like Dawn showing up, and it's very confronting to watch Joyce die. So I tend to skip season 5, but I'm gonna push through and watch it this time. So, tattoos. So, I genuinely actually only have 2 Buffy-related tattoos, which is kind of interesting, considering how important it is to me. And it means that I have more supernatural-related tattoos than I have Buffy tattoos. So I should really do something about that. So the first Buffy tattoo I got, that's not true. I was gonna switch them around. So, but was this one. It's here. Which is my Kata tattooed. And I got the ring from a really good friend of mine who went to Ireland, and she got me one. And when I was younger, I used to wear a lot of rings. And what's funny is all of the rings I used to wear, they wouldn't stay round. So they would become all of these weird shapes, very angular, like they would form a triangle or more of a trapezium or a rectangle, something like that. And I didn't know why, because they were like real silver, good, genuine rings, not like vending machine crap, but they would never stay around, and this is the only ring that I have, and I've worn it for every day, all the time, all day, every day for, it must be 10 years now, longer maybe, and it stays around, and it's so thin. It's a lot thinner than the other rings I'm talking about, and it just stays around. It's weird. So I had the ring, and basically I was in the States. My first trip to the States, I was in Sacramento, and I was going to get a tattoo, and well, it became this tattoo. So not for any reason. I am a Buffy girl over a Buffy angel girl. So, and this is more of a Buffy angel kind of thing, but it just represents Buffy as a whole to me, and it represents the friendship I have with that girl as well. And then my second Buffy tattoo was an impulse tattoo. I was walking around in Antwerp, and I thought, I'm going to see if I can get this tattoo today. And I walked into a tattoo shop that I knew was good to see if they still had some time for a walk-in. And they did, and I got Gur Arg. Don't know if I can really show you. Here. See? That's my Gur Arg tattoo, which needs no explanation for those of you that are familiar with the Buffy DVDs. Gur Arg. I wish all of my DVD sets were like this. It's so cool. So I only have 2 Buffy tattoos. Nothing big, nothing intricate, nothing crazy meaningful. Not like my supernatural tattoo, which takes up half of my back and both of my sides. But I don't need tattoos to show my love for Buffy. It is always in my heart. It is a very, very, very big love. I have no idea how long I've been talking. I didn't even explain why I'm filming in the daytime. Filming in the daytime because I need to exercise today, and I could already tell I was gonna use filming as an excuse not to exercise, and I would like postpone it till it got dark. And then be like, okay, now it's too late to exercise. So I made myself film right now in the daytime. So I couldn't use it as an excuse. So, I'm thinking this is not the best video because I love talking about Buffy, and when I love talking about someone, I start talking really fast. So I think I've been talking quite fast throughout this video. Possibly I've also been talking nonsense throughout this video. Possibly I didn't come to any of the points I wanted to come to in this video, but I am going to be wrapping it up. See if I can tell. I think I've been talking for about 40 minutes, so that's a good length. Anything else I want to say about Buffy? I just love it. I didn't have anyone in my near vicinity that also watched Buffy or liked Buffy at the time. When I went to college, I lived with my best friend and we watched Buffy start to finish, and she really loved it as well, and she fell in love with it as well. But at the time I was seeing everything for the first time. I didn't know anyone that also watched it. But I made a lot of friends online, some of whom have become like genuine real life friends, especially this one girl who I met in a Ghost of the Robot chat room. Ghost of the Robot is James Marsters, the actor who plays Spike. It's his band. And yeah, we met in a Ghost of the Robot chat room. And we were 14, I think, when we met. Maybe 15? No, 14. And we're still friends. She lives in the UK, but we've met a couple of times. She actually also has the Gur Arg tattoo. When I was visiting her in the UK a couple of years ago, we also got a walk-in done, and she didn't have any ideas, and I said, hey, why don't you get the Gur Arg tattoo? And it solidified our Buffy-related friendship. So I did meet some people through Buffy. I had a live journal. A live journal was the place where a lot of Buffy fanfiction was posted at the time. So I created one to kind of keep up with my favorite writers. And I also posted my own journal, and it was so completely cringy and horrible. And so when I got older, there was like a an option to try a premium account for 2 weeks. And one of the features of a premium account was that you can change the like the security, the visibility of your posts, of multiple posts in one go. Like if you had a basic account, you would have to change it one by one. But if you have a premium account, you could change like all of them at once. So I got the premium account trial just so I could switch all of my posts from public to private in one go. Because that should not be on the internet. No, no, no. Like, when you're 14, 15, 16, you really don't think about what things you are posting very publicly. So, no, that was bad. It was very bad. Okay, I really hope that the person that requested this liked this second Buffy related video of mine. And if you have any personal memories you'd like to share of Buffy, anecdotes, or any follow-up questions, you can now leave that in the comments. Okay? So I will see you there. No idea if this was your first introduction to my first time using the new mic, or if it was just at the same lovely old lo-fi mess. But let me know what you think. If it is the new thing, I hope you enjoyed the birds. I don't know if I'll be daytime filming again